Hey everyone, I'm Carl, and this is It Might Be Music. So, what's the point of this video? This is my introduction. So, why am I here? Why am I making this channel? What inspired me to start my YouTube channel? So, I think I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about my history and where I come from, and hopefully that kind of gives an idea of where I want to go with this and kind of sets the frame for where I want to take this channel. Okay, so let's start in high school. In high school, my dad bought me my first guitar. I'm sure this is a story that a million people can tell because this is how so many people start, right? This was me. It was the early 90s. Nirvana had just come out. I was so into music. That was really all I really cared about. My dad bought me my guitar. It was this cheap thing. Man, looking back now, it's laughable how like bad that guitar was. The setup was terrible. It used to shock me when the whammy bar was in. I touched the whammy bar and it would literally electrocute me. But I didn't care. It was the best gift that my dad ever got me. And time went on. In high school, I played a lot, and I got to play most of the songs that I liked at the time, which was mostly like Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, Bush, bands like that. Life happened. Graduated high school, joined the military, didn't play guitar for almost 20 years. Sometime around the time I was maybe 38 or so, I picked it back up. And I started playing again, got into the game called Rocksmith, started learning some songs, playing along with that, and really reignited my passion for music. And that was really kind of like the entry back into this world of music and learning and practice and just rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. And learning so much about things that just I never had any idea about when I was in high school. And that was such an eye-opener for me. There's so much out there in the world of music that I didn't know where to start. So I started everywhere. I took class after class after class after lesson after lesson after lesson, mostly online. I even spent a year taking in-person lessons. Well, mostly in person slash online, but local. So like an actual teacher that I could talk to and like get personalized instruction from. And that was great. But I always feel scattered. I never really know what to do. And I feel like I'm stuck at this intermediate plane. And frankly, I'm tired of being almost good. So it's like I'm never quite at that level where I want to be, where it's like I know I'm good enough to like really play anything that I want to play on guitar, or you see there's a drum set over there where I'm also starting to learn how to play drums. I've got keyboards over here and behind the camera. So there's just so much about music that I just want to be great at. And that's why I made this channel. And that's why it's called It Might Be Music, because I feel like there's so many things where it's like you go from playing exercises, you go from playing kind of parts of songs to playing fully fleshed out songs and actually being able to write your own songs. And ultimately that's what I want to do. I want to create music that makes me happy. And if I can do that, then I mean, what else do you want? I mean, what more is there to life, right? I mean, if you could like express yourself creatively through your art and through your music, that's really the dream. And if I can get there, then man, I'm going to be so happy. And that's why I started this channel, because I want this to be kind of a documentary about like my process, about how I start, like, and you'll see once I start playing, it's like, I'm not that good. I'm okay. I'm intermediate at many things. Like I can do like some basic stuff on the keyboard. I'm not terrible at guitar. I can do, okay stuff. And that's the baseline. That's where I'm starting, and that's not where I want to end up. And so that's why I'm creating this channel, because I'm going to document my process as I go through courses, as I go through classes, which is one of my things, right? So it's like, I have so many classes. I've got like literally like probably over 100 classes that I've purchased over the years, that I've gone through from some degree or another, that I want to show you how I am progressing along that path and how I'm getting better, or how I'm not. Because sometimes, you take a class and it's like it just doesn't mesh, and it just doesn't like, it's not what I'm looking for at the time. And I also want to share that too. So I hope that sounds interesting. I hope that, like, I know like a lot of people relate to this, because a lot of these classes that I'm in are full of people that are just like me, people that played when they were younger, people that have returned as they've grown up, as they've achieved the means through their careers to really have like the collection that they dreamed of when they were a kid. And I mean, look at the wall behind me. I mean, that's like everything that I wanted when I was young. It's like now I got to be able to play it. So that's really where I want to get, and what I want to share with you as the audience. And I hope that this inspires some people to pick up an instrument that they put down when they were young. I hope that this inspires people to like start practicing again. And I'll hope from selfishly, I hope that this shows that you can become a great musician even if you're not a kid spending hours and hours and hours in your bedroom in high school or middle school, you know? Because that's how like all the stories of like the rock stars that I loved when I was growing up were. It's like, you know, they lock themselves in their bedroom and just not do anything but play their guitar for hours and hours and hours. Most of us don't have that luxury as we grow up. And I hope that I can show that, you know, just because we didn't do it back then, we didn't miss out on any opportunities. We can still do it. And that's what I hope I can share with you. So if that sounds interesting and exciting, I hope you'll join me for the ride because it's going to be fun and loud.